Hey guys, Dr. Eric Smith here. Thanks for looking at our video today. I have a very, very special video for you. This is one of my roommates and best friends from chiropractic school, Dr. Sam Rasool. Having a relationship with the chiropractor and the doctors you're working with is essential. We want to make sure that you're teaming up with the right person that's meeting your needs and all the goals for your body, and making sure that your nervous system is connecting to your body as well, and your body can talk back to the nervous system, which is the core of chiropractic. So Sam's had some stuff going on through the years, but he's had a few things going on professionally as well, because he's a doctor down in Miami, and you're practicing right now and with a certain group set of patients. But who do you like to see the most? What's your core set of patients that you like to treat?
Well, as you said, Dr. Smith, we like to see a wide variety of patients from all different age groups, but we like to really focus on people with sports injuries, from top to bottom, from ankle injuries and knees all the way to the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists, and of course the spine being encompassing in that. We want to actually get people out of pain quickly. We also want to, enhance optimal function for them.
Yeah, in terms of optimal function, one thing I really like about Dr. Sam is he has an Instagram, which we're going to link now, show you a couple slides of his Instagram, where he also talks a lot about internal health, stress, and how the whole body really works. So I highly encourage you to check out some things that he has. And then in terms of things you have, what things have been going on with your spine?
Well, the biggest thing for me is that several years ago I was involved in a car accident. And of course, as you know, Dr. Smith, in our line of work, we do spend a lot of time with our patients. We give our all for our patients. And through the years, my neck injuries have developed and gotten worse over time. And of course, doctors become the worst patients. We don't take care of ourselves as much as we should. So I'm really, really happy to be here. I actually have 3 herniations in my neck. One of them is actually impinging on the cord. So it's very, very, it's absolutely a must for me to get adjusted, make sure I have optimal functionality of these areas so they don't get inflamed.
Yeah, I like that. So a lot of times we get people asking questions like, hey, I have this going on with my neck, I have herniations, I have disc bulges, can I be seen? Should I just let it rest or what? And we want to get natural movement and restore that curve of your spine so you don't have continued disc degeneration and further issues. So you're going to see how I adjust that, and it's very light, gentle, and gets directly to the point, which is how chiropractors typically work, is we want to get to the area of involvement and then work on the other areas that are going to support or are hindering it to make sure everything's working well. So I'm going to have him lay face down for me, please, and we're going to get into your adjustment.
Sounds good.
So before we started this, we talked and I did a brief examination to see what's going on with him. He has no contraindications of what I'm about to do with his adjustment, but we're going to work how I like to work, is really from the ground up. So I'm going to do a quick assessment again now that he's laying down and his muscles are relaxed, and see what areas of involvement that I really need to treat, and make sure that I do and work in the way that I typically do with patients. Obviously, everybody's got different things going on, and adjustments aren't the same with everybody. This is not a cookie cutter approach I take very individualistic care. And if you've seen my videos, I'm sure you're aware of that. So just a couple things that I'm really looking at is kind of just getting around here, taking a look at what happens with his lower back when I go to bend his knees, which is pretty relaxed. Good. Feet aren't too far off, so it looks like he's been doing pretty good with that. Kind of some palpation. Oh, a little tight through there.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the things you'll notice too, he has a little bit more of a kyphosis. So I find this quite a bit in physicians that have to work on their patients and look down on them. Not in a negative way, of course, but looking down and working over. So he's got a little bit more of a kyphosis here. I treat a lot of dentists and other people that are typically doing that, massage therapists, other dental hygienists, things like that have this, and this is absolutely crucial in terms of helping with the neck, because if you have a large curve here, your neck is going to be too far forward, and exponentially is going to be that much pressure on the lower part of your neck. So getting your thoracic spine moving is one of my specialties, because that's what started me into chiropractic, is having an issue with that, which then led into other things. So if you read my story on my Facebook, you'll kind of understand how that goes. So that being said, since he practices in Florida, any of my Florida followers, people that are watching, please give me a shout out down below so we can share Dr. Sam's Instagram and other things, or ways to connect with him if you'd like that type of care that he's going to show you here in a little bit. So pretty tight through the thoracic spine. Some things I noticed too, obviously you mentioned the cervicals, got some stuff going on in there. So we're just going to hop into his adjustment and do a few things here. His legs seem pretty relaxed, but just going to do kind of quick knee adjustments, get the body warmed up, understanding that we're going to get in here. That was a good move. Pop in there. And then right through here, you can definitely tell you've been working on one side of the table more than the other. I'm guilty of that. Nice deep breath, please. Good. Good. Ooh, we're gonna have you drop your arms like that. What I'm gonna do is leave your head just so this opens this up a little bit more. I'm gonna go to the side here, let this relax. Good. Awesome. Good. Good. Awesome. Go ahead and lay on your back for me, please. How'd that feel so far?
Great.
Good. So that area of involvement he was talking about, C3, C4, C5, that general area is the middle part of your neck. So when we say things like C, that means the cervical, which is your neck. Your T-spine is your thoracics, which typically does a lot of rotation, a little flexion, a good amount of flexion, which is bending forward, and a little bit of extension. Increasing that extension is what we're going to work on today. So there's not so much pressure that when he's like this, his head so far forward. And those are typically the things that we look at posturally. My assessment starts with my patients as soon as you walk in the office, and especially when you get up out of the chair. If I come out to check on you and you've got the cell phone doing that, it's not a positive thing, but I know that we're all working on the small things in life that add up. So we're gonna get right in the middle of his neck, in those areas of involvement, which are very, very safe to adjust. Just a little. Good. It's going to warm up a little bit more. So a lot of times what we're doing when we're palpating is just feeling where things are restricted. He's a little bit tighter than I thought he would be down here. His lower cervicals are definitely holding on a little bit to help stabilize his neck in those areas. So I'm going to get in and do a little bit different type of adjustment that I haven't done too much unless it's needed. Good.
Yeah.
So he needed more Bruce Lee than Hulk Hogan. So what I mean by that is force is mass times acceleration. So just need to be quicker and not less force. So some people that's better because it just gets done and gets in and out of there. And that worked well for him so far. So I'm going to get your thoracic now. The way I'm going to do this and try to get this is inducing more extension. So I'm just going to he's going to take a nice deep breath. Good. And then I'm going to do a move I haven't really done in too many videos, but this is going to be helpful for him. It's a special kind of move which I let the patient let their body go into full control to me. And so what I'm going to have you do is you're going to do a half sit up toward me and then just put all your weight into my arms. Good. Nice deep breath. Just relax. I got you.
Oh, yes.
So that's just to induce more of that extension. He was really jammed up and starting here, so I wanted to get more movement through here so the rest of it can come back, kind of the towering approach. So with him too, I want to get his hips loosened up. He's definitely working a lot on patience. So I'm going to start with how I do things with the ankles and getting this adjusted. So there we go. Good. Just a little mobilization of the knee to make sure that's all working. Let this relax. Good. Let that relax. All right. How are the wrists, elbows, and all that?
Everything's great. I gotta mention, Dr. Smith, when you got this adjustment right in here, first thing I noticed was not only the relief that I felt, but instantaneously my sinuses opened up because my diaphragm could actually descend. I got a deeper breath. And it allowed me to breathe better so to flush out all those toxins out of my body.
Yeah, that makes sense because when you look at kind of the chart of how the brain works with certain bodies, the areas that I adjusted had a lot to do with all that and how you can breathe and stiffness in the neck, shoulders, and the sinuses. So that's how that works.